Christmas traditional colors are red and green, and they both have a long, rich history rooted in Christianity.
Mary's boy child, Jesus Christ, was born.
Green is the color that represents nature, peace, and eternity, and has been very, very important in the celebration of Christmas, especially to families trying to survive the harsh conditions that the weather brings. While red is an important symbol of Christ's birth and death, the color also reminds the world to celebrate his selfless love and sacrifice. Christmas can never ever be complete without a tree, and that is why today on Visual Impressions we are going to show you an easy way to make your very own inexpensive tabletop Christmas tree.
You'll need some large size ribbon. You'll need some scissors, a cardboard cone that you can make yourself or buy at the craft store, a hot glue gun and glue sticks, and optional would be some smaller ribbon and a couple of rhinestones. Happen to have this cardboard cone at home, but I suggest that you make your own because you'll save yourself a lot of money. Just go buy yourself some poster cardboard and you can make maybe 3 or 4 cones out of one cardboard. All you'll need to do is draw yourself a half circle. This is a smaller version of what you should do. Draw yourself a half circle, find your middle, and cut an extra piece like this. And this will be your basic shape to make yourself a cone, and you just roll it. And whatever you want to do, you can tape it down, staple it, glue it, whatever you want, and you'll have yourself the perfect cone. The first step is to measure out your ribbon to cover the bottom part of your cone and then glue it. And let some of the ribbon dangle down. Fold the edge so it makes a nice crease when you finish it off. Now cut some slits. All the way to the edge of your cardboard. And then you can glue these inside your cone. You'll notice that the top part of your ribbon won't fit perfectly either on your cone. So you do the same thing. You cut a few slits. And then you can just overlap your ribbon. Not too important because what it looks like, because you'll cover it up with your other ribbon. The next step is to cut your ribbon into a whole bunch of these slightly rectangular square shapes. And if you have wire in your ribbon, I suggest that you remove the wire because it's just easier to fold this way, but that's up to you. So now you just put a little bit of glue in the middle of your ribbon and glue it past the middle part. Fold it past the middle part, and you should overlap the other side like this. And be careful because the point needs to be clear, not clear, I mean clean. So the point is the most important part of your ribbon. And the back here looks a mess, but when you turn it around, the front part, the point is clean. And the top part isn't important either because you won't see that part. So you need to be aware of the point, and that's it. So make a whole bunch of these little triangles and I'll show you what to do next. So I went ahead and I made a whole bunch of these little triangles. I can't tell you exactly what amount you should make because it depends on the size of your cone. But I suggest that you make about maybe 2 or 3 dozens at first. And if you need more, you can always make more afterwards. The first triangle that you glue, I suggest that you glue over your seam so you don't see that part. And you just glue it in such a way that the point goes all the way to the edge. And I would put glue just on the top part of the triangle. Comes time to do the second layer. So the second layer, you just put it in between 2 of your points and slightly higher. And you just do the same thing. You put glue on the edge of your triangle, slightly overlap it, and put your triangle between the 2 bottom triangles. And then just continue doing this all the way to the top. So now I'm about ready to finish up and glue my last triangle. So I just put some glue, glued it like that, and I'm just going to wrap it around. I'm going to try to be as neat as I can. So this is what my green ribbon Christmas tree looks like so far. Now I'm going to show you how to make the flower tree topper. To make the flower, you'll need 4 strips of ribbon and 2 rhinestones. These are about 5.5 inches long, 14 centimeters, but you make it the size you like. So you turn them around and just start stacking them one on top of each other in a star formation. And now all you need to do is take the bottom one and start gluing it towards the middle. And let it cool down before you start gluing the other one. And just continue doing this until they're all glued towards the middle. Now just glue a rhinestone in the middle to hide all the imperfections. And do the same thing on the other side. And that's it for the flower tree topper. On its own, you can even use it as a Christmas tree ornament. Now to glue your flower tree topper, all you'll need to do is put a little bit of hot glue on the top and a little bit on the sides, and just carefully add your flower. So this is what the Christmas tree looks like when it's plain, just with ribbons. You can leave it like this if you like, or you can add some ornaments to it.
Today we're going to do a geomesh wreath. You've seen them everywhere. They're fabulous. They're easy to make. We're going to take a roll of geomesh. This is 21 inches wide and 10 yards long. It's going to take one roll and a 16-inch wreath form. And you're going to use some chenille stems that I've cut in half. A geomesh wreath is just a series of loops that are tied along the outside and the inside of the wreath. What you want to do is you just want to grab a loop, probably yay big, put your chenille stem on the outside ring of your wreath form, and then just lay this on and twist it like you would a bread tie. Easy peasy. Then you're going to come back, and the next one you're going to go on the inside of your wreath form. That's going to give it some nice dimension, and so it won't just be all around the outside, it'll be both ways. So I put my chenille stem there first, and then I'm just going to grab a poof of geomesh. Of course it fell out. And then I'm going to put it down and twist it. Now don't worry if it doesn't look perfect when you're doing it the first part, because you're going to play with it after it's done, and it will look fabulous, and it'll poof right up like this. Okay, so then we're going to go on the outside again. It's going to be a series of outside, inside, outside, inside. I just let it go, and we're going to take another poof and attach to the outside again. Hold it down and twist like a bread tie. Now comes the really fun part. We're going to embellish this wreath. Yeah, it's beautiful by itself, but it's even funner when you embellish it. Here's my finished wreath with spiders and spider webs. Beautiful, easy, and fun. Yes, you can do this.
Probably take about an hour to 1 hour and a half depending on how fast you work. So let me show you the stuff we'll need to do this craft and the steps. So here are the supplies that you will need to make this holiday gift wrap wreath. So some wrapping paper, you can choose whatever pattern and colors you want. A cardboard, or it is a paper plate that I cut the edges off. So this measures about almost 6 inches across. And I'm gonna use a glass as a template to cut out the middle. So I'm gonna draw a line, circle in the middle, and then cut out the middle with an X-Acto knife. Ruler, pencil, glue, tape, scissors. That's pretty much it. So I'm gonna show you how to roll the wrapping paper, and I'm going to use, I've been using tape actually, because the glue kind of takes a long time to dry. And I just tape it together so that you have a cone right there. So here's your wrapping paper. So you will hold onto this corner with your thumb, and you just simply roll this in like this until you have a cone. And make sure you hold on to this side here, then you'll secure it with tape. The tape works a lot easier and faster. So now you have this cone-shaped wrapping paper. So we pre-made all these earlier so that way it doesn't take so long to show you how to do it. It'll probably take you at least an hour, hour and a half, depending on how big you want to make this wreath. Have this template for your wreath, and I'm gonna go ahead and lay this out for you.
boy child, Jesus Christ, was born on Christmas Day.
It's pretty simple. So just get a ribbon or a string, just wrap it around the cardboard here and just double knot it, and then you have something to hang with. Hey, Nikki. And I hope that you have a great day. Thanks again for watching. Bye-bye.
I want to watch it.
My name is Juan Pablo. We are watching Visual Impression on NTA.
The latest trend used in wrapping gifts. It gives the package a more rustic look, making it stand out from the usual gift pack. You could also use colored twines or even plain ones. Also, to give your gift a classy look, you could add little things you find around the house or your environment, like shells, a piece of fabric like lace, buttons, pine fruit, and even leaves. It all boils down to your presentation. And today we're going to show you an easy and a very straightforward way on how to wrap your gift by giving it a rustic look.
Okay, so once you have your presents all wrapped, it's time to start adding the decorations. Now, you could just put a regular bow on, but these ones are a lot cuter. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take a piece of burlap twine. So I just use this brown twine, and I cut a piece that's long enough to fit on my present. And I'm just gonna slide it underneath. And this is gonna be what I'm gonna attach all the goodies on top with. So I have these two pieces of greenery. Now you can use any kind of greenery you want to. Fur looks really nice. And you're just going to go ahead and lay your greenery in a V shape on the top of your present. And if you want to make sure that it stays, you can just add a dab of hot glue just to the stem. The first wrapping option. Really cute. And then you can just write who the gift is to and who it's from on that tag, and it keeps everything from getting mixed up. So I'm just going to trim off the excess on there, and there you have the second option. I am really excited for the holiday season, and I hope you have a lot of fun and get inspired for how you can wrap your gifts a little bit differently this year. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful day.